Hey everybody, I just finished another book in the Bailey School Kids series. This is Unicorns Don't Give Sleigh Rides. This kind of disappointed me, not the book itself, but I could have sworn that I owned the original copy of this book, like the original 90s cover art. This is like a remade book, but apparently I don't. If I do, I can't find it. I know I moved my books from one room to the other when I had that leak and all that crazy stuff, but yeah, the story itself is about I couldn't remember if it was Liza or Melody. I think it's Liza. I already did one video on this and I had the name wrong and I already forgot again, but I think it's Liza. They're walking to this barn that she's like working at. Um, ran by this guy named Mr. Withers, I think is his name, and she's like limping on her ankle, and she starts telling a story about how she hurt her ankle. Basically, she was brushing this horse's fur, and she ended up falling on some ice and ended up like trapped in the snow. And she says it was really weird because she heard like jingle bells, and the sleigh was coming towards her with a white horse pulling it. And yeah, she says that she saw a horn and everything else. She thinks it's a unicorn. So she gets on the sleigh and she gets brought back to where she's at. Of course, she tells her friends. None of them believe that it was a unicorn. They say that she thinks that she just saw something. But yeah, more weird stuff happens. They're out and they hear like jingle bells and different things like that, and they get led to this barn. And inside the barn is this stranded puppy, and the same thing happens with the stranded cat. And everywhere that they get led to, they hear jingle bells and they see these like flowers bloom like in the middle of the snow. And Melody explains, or Liza explains, that it's the magic of the unicorn is making all this stuff happen. Yeah, that's basically the gist of this book. There's not much more to say, but I will say this is my favorite Bailey School Kids book that I've read so far. I thought I'd done a really good job, especially with the like unicorn aspect of it. It was more like a animal thing that people said they saw instead of like a human. Like I don't know. To me, it's harder to to me, it's not as interesting as like, oh, the teacher's a vampire. No, this is like a unicorn. This is actually like maybe an animal that maybe it's kind of like a Bigfoot story. There is a Bigfoot story in the series, and I'm kind of interested in reading that. But yeah, the story was great. There's also some funny scenes in this. There's one where they volunteer to help out at the shelter, and the owner, Mr. Withers, gives them a job of shoveling what he calls muck, which is actually just horse manure. They don't say that, but that's actually what it is, and it's actually really funny. There's a scene where like Eddie, I think, is like walking, and they're talking about like there's magic everywhere, and Eddie says that he stepped in the magic, which is actually genuinely really funny. Yeah, this is an overlooked book in my opinion in the series. I mean, this is a very short book. This is like 68 pages, I think. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. This is one of the better ones. There's also a really cool scene where they're like riding through the sleigh, and they talk about the unicorn, and the owner of the horse ranch gets very, you know, serious. Like, what are you guys talking about? Did you say something about a unicorn? And they I mean, it's a really good scene because it's like, is he trying to hide the unicorn? I don't know. I thought it was really cool. But yeah, um, yeah, I really like this. It had a good Christmas atmosphere. In fact, the reason why she's trying to get these horses to look good is they're having this a sleigh ride around town or through the mall for Christmas. So yeah, there's a lot of Christmassy stuff. I'm recording this day after Christmas, or 2 days after Christmas actually. But yeah, easily one of the better books in the series. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I mean, I've been giving these things 3 out of 5, 2 to a 3 out of 5 star for these books. But yeah, this was definitely a 4 out of 5 for me. I know that's crazy because this is Bailey School Kids book, but I really enjoyed this one. This one was really good. It had a great ending, really sweet. I mean it could possibly be a 5, but like I'm not really gonna give these type of books a 5 star. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, 4 out of 5 stars from me, guys. Please let me know in the comments below. Did you read Unicorns Don't Give Sleigh Rides? Yeah, I think that's it for me, guys.